City of Detroit, Mr. Barry versus Destiny Graves. Case number SP 1902232, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1902234, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Ms. Graves.
Destiny Graves still here? Unmute yourself, ma'am. Start your camera and state your
Hello,
name.
can you hear me?
Start your camera, please.
I'm trying to figure out how. I just had it right before. Oh, okay. Hello.
State your name. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
State your name.
I am Destiny Raven Graves, the beneficiary of the estate name Destiny Raven Graves. I am here on special visitation to address the matters in my abatement. And I am here as a friend of the court, and I stand by God as my witness.
All right. Good morning to you. Today is the date and time set for a pretrial. I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Mr. Barry. He's going to attempt to get you an updated offer. Keep in mind, if you don't like the offer, you have an absolute right to a trial, okay? Join the room.
I'm sorry.
Join the room. Let us know what you want to do when you come out. We'll pass the matter. All right, Ms. Graves, let's go back on the record. I'm just gonna, I don't want to hear any more about this abatement or anything like that. All I want to know is, do you want a trial date? Where's Miss Destiny Graves?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Come on. Let's get a jury trial date for this young lady.
Excuse me,
Please.
I do not consent to that, Your Honor. But if you
don't have to. Stop. No, don't say anything unless I speak to you. You don't have to consent to it. I'm going to give you a trial date, a jury trial date. You bring this stuff up amongst your peers and let them make a decision on it. Okay?
Can I just say this?
No.
I do have the right to. I have the right to.
Ms. Graves, the judge said no. That means be quiet.
Okay. Jury trial. You said jury trial, and what else?
It's a jury trial date. I'm going to set a final pretrial date to make sure that the officers appear on that final pretrial date, which will be the day before the jury trial date. If the officer does not appear on that final pretrial date, we'll dismiss the cases. If the officer does appear on that final pretrial date, we'll move forward with the jury trial.
Okay, so we're not addressing the matters in my abatement.
I've let you make a record of that, ma'am. You mentioned nothing about what the court is supposed to do with this stuff. I told you the court doesn't even know what you're talking about. This doesn't have anything to do with the Michigan court rules, Michigan rules of evidence, or anything. That's what the court follows. If you can't follow that,
due process, I do follow. I follow the court rules because I'm following due process. I have the right to due process.
Right, and we're giving you July 14th. That's your jury trial date, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah, July 14th.
This is your due process, your trial date. July 14th is your jury trial
I'm
date.
asking for due process under the Constitution. That's what I'm asking for.
And that's what you're getting.
No, I'm not. Your Honor, respectfully, I'm not getting that.
All right, well, then you take it up with the appeals court or whoever you want to take it up with. Okay.
Because this is breach of the Constitution.
If that's what you call it. I don't call it the Constitution. I call it.
You're not allowing me to speak up for myself. You're telling me what I have to do.
Listen, I gave you a chance to speak. I gave you a chance to address your abatement. I told you about the abatement and how the court feels about the abatement.
And that's what I'm trying to do, Your Honor.
Say, you're not going to convince me by any more words, by anything else you have to say. We've been down this road many times with you, okay? So say what you want to say. I'm going to set a pretrial date, and I'll give you this time to say what you need to say, and we'll move on.
Okay, so I'm gonna address my abatement now. Give me 1 second. 1 second. OICD, please. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna address the matters in my abatement. and that is, I respectfully demand civilian due process as required under the Constitution and equitable principle on which this nation was founded. All right, I will continue. Before this matter may lawfully proceed, I require clarification as to whether this tribunal recognizes my constitutional rights, including my rights of meaningful due process, my rights to face my accuser, my rights to challenge jurisdiction before any further action is taken. I have been issued citation without any verified complaint made under penalty or perjury by a lawful injured party, a citation issued by an officer without sworn testimony from an injured human being does not meet the constitutional requirement of an accuser. A court of equity will not proceed without proper parties. It should not. I'm not done. Give me 1 second. There is no injured party, no sworn complaint, no damaged property, no affidavit of harm. Therefore, there's no adversarial controversy of court to adjudicate. Accordingly, I petition for abatement until a sworn verified complaint is produced, jurisdiction is established on the record, my constitutional and equitable rights are affirmed in writing, and then we have the equitable basis for my abatement. The maximus
Okay,
of equity.
Ms. Horn,
sorry.
can you put your appearance on the record?
Yes, Your Honor.
Excuse me.
Tamika Horn on behalf.
Excuse me, Ms.
Hold on,
Horn.
hold on.
Ms. Shetta Lockhart, please stop.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Ms. Horn.
Thank you. Tamika Horn on behalf of the City of Detroit.
All right, I'm just putting your appearance on the record because I'm giving Ms. Graves her due process with a jury trial, a right to a trial. Ms. Horn, the jury trial date is going to be July 14th. I expect all people to appear on the final pretrial date of July 13th. All parties appear.
To be clear, Your Honor, the matter to my abatement will not be addressed today.
On July 13th at 8:30. That's going to be the final pretrial date. So make sure your officers are summoned for July 13th and the 14th. I expect them to appear. If they don't appear, we'll dismiss the case.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. We will be ready to go.
Okay. And
Your Honor, can
go
I
ahead.
ask you a question?
No, you don't ask me questions. You go ahead and finish making your record.
Okay.
Are you
Okay,
done, ma'am?
no, I'm continuing, Your Honor. Maximus of equity. Equity will not suffer a wrong without a remedy. Equity regards substance over form.
Are you just reading? Are you
I am reading
from?
because I want to make sure that I have everything, but I would like for you to hear my abatement.
Stop. Are
Okay.
you reading this that you filed? Is that what you're doing?
Your Honor, I am reading that.
Okay, so we don't need to go any further. I noted that you have this in the file. I placed this in your file. What ruling do you want me to make on this? What are you asking the court?
I am simply asking the court to address the matters of my abatement before moving forward.
I don't know what you're talking about abatement. I can't address
the abatement that I'm trying to read to you. That's my abatement. I'm asking for due process, a proper due process. That's what I'm asking for. I'm asking for the judge and for the court.
Court feels that it's giving you proper due process.
Do you feel? How do you feel that way? If you haven't addressed any matters of my abatement.
Because I don't recognize, I don't understand that stuff. It doesn't have anything. If it's not in the court rules, if you can't
It's in
cite
the
a court rule.
Constitution, Your Honor.
All right, cite the Constitution, cite the section of the Constitution. I'm not going any further with this. That your abatement or whatever that you filed is in the file, and
the matters will not.
That is in the file, and I've given you a jury trial date of July 14th at 9 a.m. I've given you a final pretrial date of July 13th at 8:30 a.m. If it's nothing further, Ms. Graves, I wish you the best of luck.
I
Have
do
a
have,
very-
I would like to say something, Your Honor. I'm
Lastly,
asking, for the record, I would like to know, will the matters of my abatement be addressed?
they've already been addressed.
And how did you address it? Can you explain it to me?
Like I said, I'm not explaining anything to you.
I'm
All
asking,
right.
okay, so the part of my.
Ms. Graves, this concludes this hearing, okay? That's
Okay.
all I'm gonna say.
So
Have a good
it will
day.
not be addressed, my matters will not
Have
be
a good
addressed.
day. If that's how you feel, have a good day. Best of
No,
luck to you.
I don't want to say how I feel. I want the court to tell me what's going on so that I can know how to move forward.
I'm not telling you what's going on. You go to the court rules and do that. Have a good day, Ms. Graves. Best of luck to you.
So my matters will not be addressed.
They have been. Have a good day, Ms. Graves. Last time I'm gonna say it. Best of luck to you. And if you continue on, I'm gonna hold you in contempt of court, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Best of luck to you. Have a very good rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. City of Detroit versus Destiny Raven Graves, case number SP 1902232, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1902234, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr., on behalf of the defendant, state your full name, Ms. Graves.
Good morning.
State your name for the
You hear
record,
me?
Ms. Graves. Good morning to you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, state your name for the record, please. Good morning to you.
Destiny Graves. Good morning.
All right, Officer Del Zacchio, good morning to you. Can you state your name, badge, number, department for the record, please? He was here. I don't know where he is now. Mr. Berry, I believe this is going to be set for a jury trial tomorrow.
Yeah, this is a final pretrial, so I would think there'd be an attorney and all.
Yeah, I don't know if she didn't request an attorney. Ms. Graves, are you prepared to handle this tomorrow on your own? I don't think you would be, but I'm going to ask you.
Am I prepared to handle it tomorrow?
Yes.
Yes. Are we going to discuss anything today or no?
I don't have anything to discuss. You haven't filed any witness list. You haven't filed any motions. I don't know if I'm almost positive you don't know procedure.
No, I know procedure. I know that there are certain things that I have to wait on before I make certain actions. But I would like to discuss the matters of my abatement.
All right, why don't you just talk to Mr. Berry and see if he can understand what's going on and he can try to work something out. Mr. Berry, she'd like to discuss some things. Today is the date and time set for a final pretrial. I did have Officer Zazacchio appear, join the room, and tomorrow is set for a jury trial. Join the room, please. We'll pass the matter. All right. Mr. Berry, let's go back on the record with Ms. Graves. Where are we at, Mr. Berry?
We're going on to trial, Your Honor. We could not communicate. She's talking about abatement.
I know, I can't communicate with her either. Coming on into the trial tomorrow in person, ma'am.
In person?
Yes, in person.
Okay, so we're not going to discuss anything today?
Well, we've already discussed everything we're going to discuss. You're going to get your right to a trial, a jury trial, all right, in person. Come on tomorrow at 9 a.m. Let me let Ms. Horn know that as well, to bring her officer in person as well tomorrow morning, jury trial. All right, Ms. Graves, I'll see you in the morning. Have a
I'm
very
sorry,
good rest.
1 second. I have a question. Give me 1 second. I want to write this down.
I'm not answering any more of your questions. Tomorrow, the jury trial at 9 a.m., okay?
I see. Okay, thank you.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Miss Horn,
Yes, Your Honor.
so that Destiny Graves tomorrow, your officer appeared, Destiny Graves, make sure your officer comes in person. It's gonna be a jury trial.
Okay, and did she check in, Your Honor? I take it she did.
She did.
Okay, all right.
For
Get down.
council,
Get down.
hold on a second. Council needs to speak with you in 4 regarding Grady. Your officer LaFada is here as well. Go ahead and get prepared with Ms. Graves. I think that's a good time now.
Judge, would it be possible to print out the jury instructions? Or somehow, I would like her to be able to look at those.
I am going to forward you what I was sent from the city.
I have that. I guess I could show her on my computer.
This is 60 some odd 65 pages.
Okay. All right, thank you. I will sign off and come in.
Very good. Do you want me to print it out for you? Would that help you better? Whatever needs to facilitate you to get this done quicker.
I'll come in. I'll ask and I'll come in. I'll be there in 1 minute. Thank you.
Do we have jurors waiting? Just you can ask to see if they're waiting and see if we can get this. Listen, she comes in here with all of this, what I call nonsense of filing abatements, and I don't know what she wants to do. We've offered her an offer. She did not accept the offer. And with all of this abatement, and I'm not appearing on behalf of Destiny Graves, I'm protecting this court because you're not going to come back. And I've already filed grievances filed, I believe, against me from Mrs. Destiny Graves. So I'm giving her her full right to a jury trial. If she wants to take an offer, she can take an offer.
Okay.
But if other than that, this whole abatement thing and all of these documents that she's filed, the court doesn't understand that. And we've had conversation after conversation about this.
I don't want a grievance either.
Well, so, and again, you are not, listen, why don't we just let her proceed on her own? That would be the best thing to do, because I do not want to put you in this situation either. And I should not have asked you that. And I apologize. So Ms. Graves, you have a copy of the jury instructions. You can go over those jury instructions. If there's something in those jury instructions that you want to address the court and say that I want to not have this in these instructions or something, then you can address the court and we'll deal with those accordingly. If you want to take a deal and you don't want this jury trial, you can take a deal, but that's going to be up to you. Okay. So why don't just, I really do apologize for putting you in this situation. I do appreciate you coming in outside of that to do that, but let Ms. Graves, I've given her an opportunity to get an attorney. I've given her all the opportunity in the world. So I don't know what else the court can do in order to make sure the process is fair to her and the court is protecting itself.
I understand.
All right. Very well. Ms. Graves, are you sure this is what you want to do? Huh? Positive. Be $145 fine. It doesn't abstract to the Secretary of State, therefore it doesn't carry any points. We'll close it out after $145 fine. All right. Give me a basis. Just because it's Ms. Graves. Let's call it City of Detroit. City of Detroit versus, did she fill out an advice of rights? But I guess if it's civil infraction, it's fine. I do have an advice of rights in here. City of Detroit versus Destiny Raven Graves, case number SP 1902232, counts 1 and counts 2, SP 1902234, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Speaking for the city of Detroit, P70303. Officer Del Zacchio is here in the building and available for trial today.
I did see him. I have him marked as appeared.
Thank you.
For appearance, please.
Hannah Jenkins, P82663. On behalf of Ms. Graves, I did have an opportunity to speak with her, and she has asked me to represent her.
Absolutely.
All right. Oh, Tana Jenkins.
Step up to the microphone. It's probably.
Tana Jenkins, P82663. On behalf of Ms. Graves, I did have an opportunity to speak with her. I know she previously indicated that she wanted to represent herself, but she asked me to represent her today. She is here in court. What is your name for the record?
Step up to the microphone so she can get it clear, please.
Destiny Raven Graves.
All right. Today is the date and time, and it's set for a trial. We were scheduled to have a jury trial. You understand it's your right to have a trial by jury, correct, Ms. Graves? And you understand that you the offer is pleading to an expired plate civil infraction, and it's $145 fine. It will not abstract to the Secretary of State, and the other matters will be dismissed upon stipulation of probable cause. You understand that, ma'am? All right. And you want to take that step up, say you have to talk in. You got that, Miss?
No. Just get close to me. Yes, thank
You got that?
you.
All right. And you want to take that deal, ma'am?
Yeah.
On behalf of your client, Ms. Jenkins, you stipulate to the face of the ticket as an accurate factual basis for that responsible plea?
Yes, Judge.
You stipulate the probable cause for the dismissal of the other matter?
Yes, Judge.
With those stipulations, I'll find your client responsible as charged to the expired plate, and I'll dismiss the other matter. Go ahead, Ms. Jenkins. Why should I give Ms. Graves a break? Let me let the record reflect that Ms. Graves' mom is here. The court does recognize that, ma'am, and the court does appreciate that for the support of your daughter. Absolutely.
Judge, Ms. Graves is a young woman, you know, many times young people are of limited income. She is employed, but she also has a young daughter who she provides financial support. And I know she was previously experiencing housing challenges.
I know all of that.
And so she's definitely someone who is trying to earn more, and she's a smart woman, and I know she will earn more, but at this point in her life, she's of limited means, and so we're asking that fines please be waived.
The issue really is, Miss Graves, it just bothers me. And I'm not gonna hold this against you for any fines and costs that your counsel has asked me to waive for you. But it just bothers me that you take the time and the court has no issue with filing motions. The court has no issue with any of those things that you want to exercise your right. This is what we're here for. But you take the time and you file these things. I don't know where you learned this from or got this from, but the court has no basis in law at all. I would suggest that whomever you have got this information from, and you've been dealing with this, and I can only imagine you got it from someone, that you need to stop listening to that person, take yourself to law school, and go and get your own law degree. Because what I do recognize in you, and what the quality that I do recognize in you that I don't see a lot of in attorneys, is that you're persistent, and you want to be heard, and you're going to make sure that you're heard. That's a good thing. But when you're trying to speak, you have to speak in terminology that the court understands. And this whole stuff about abatement and things like that, the court you've done this before. And the court has no understanding of this. We operate off of these Michigan court rules, the Constitution of the United States, and the Constitution of Michigan. You see how big these rules are? Nothing in those rules, in these rules are that you file or in that documentation. So about giving you an opportunity to, and about giving you a chance to pay this, and to not pay it. I'm not gonna grant that. There's gotta be some kind of punishment, because what I see and what I believe is that I believe, well, one thing, Ms. Graves did get a valid driver's license last time.
Excellent.
And I was very surprised about that, because she was pushing this narrative of this abatement and all of that stuff, what I call sovereign citizen stuff, the last time. And then lo and behold, I see Ms. Graves again. And I'll see her again, I believe. I do believe I will.
She's going to law school, Judge. You won't see
Well,
her.
until you may.
So I do want to say that I respect the court, I respect you, and I understand that you look at the way that I go about being in court as sovereignty. I understand that what I say isn't recognized in the court. However, I also do understand my rights, and I know I have to stand by that. So me standing by my rights is in no way, shape, or form to disrespect you, to disrespect the court, or make you even feel like I'm being irresponsible. The way that I see it is me being irresponsible and me holding other people responsible. Not saying you, but we all have a job to do. You have a job, the bailiffs have a job, the officers of the court have a job, and the officers, outside has a job as well. The officers who stopped me has a job as well. I'm not here to blame anybody. I never was. That was never my intention. My intention was to simply stand on my rights and protect myself, as you will be doing the same for the court. So that's all that I really wanted to say. Like I said, I respect the court and I respect you as well.
Well, I must say this, I do find it a little bit disrespectful at times when you continue to push those things. And I've already ruled on those things. When I rule on something, your right is to fully go to the next level and appeal my ruling. And to and if I got it wrong, that's how the system is. You do not continue after I've made my ruling and I've given you opportunity to put everything on the record, haven't I?
Yeah.
I've always given you that opportunity. You do not go and challenge my ruling by continuing to push the same thing that you've been pushing. What you do, if you do not like my ruling, you take my ruling to the next court and appeal my ruling. That's how the process works. The process, you're not going to get anywhere by continuing to say, are you going to let me be heard on my abatement after I've let you be heard on your abatement? And I've told you your abatement, I don't recognize that. I don't understand anything of what you're saying on that. So again, this is why I am fining her the $145, because there's got to be some sort of punishment in this, because you are still, what you said, standing on your rights. So I still believe that you don't feel that you have to have plates on your vehicle. You don't believe that you need to be driving around in a registered vehicle. You don't believe that Officer Zacchio wrote you those tickets in. Can you stand up, officer? Can you state your name for the record, please?
Also, Dr. Van 706.
Did you get that, or does he need to step up to the podium, please?
Please step to the side. Officer Del Zacchio, Detroit Police Badge 706.
And good morning to you.
Good morning.
And I do say he was here on time in the beginning. So that is why what you just said is that you're standing on your rights. Go ahead.
I did have an opportunity to confer with Ms. Graves. She is going to put plates on her car. I think what she's standing on the rights of all people, because the social system is broken and she's advocating essentially for change and equality. There's a lot of racism in policing. There's a lot of disproportionate minority confinement. There's a lot of brutality, and she recognizes this. And this is her effort to change that. And she does believe that the system is broken, but she is an intelligent woman and she is going to maneuver within the system while still doing what she can to advance change. And by that specifically, she is going to register the vehicle if she hasn't already. And I think this idea of law school is perfect for her because we need spirits like hers who are truly dedicated to change and dedicated to equality and dedicated to eliminating a lot of the racism and other oppressive elements that are creating inequality and still operating within the system. And I think that this has been a powerful moment for her. And we're grateful to the prosecutor and we're grateful to the court and we're grateful to everyone else in the court for the patience.
And let me say something to you. I have the same skin complexion as you. I understand that it's not always fair and the system's not always fair, especially because of the color of our skin.
Yes.
There's no getting beyond that right now, but we are all expected to play in the rules. Never once have you said that this officer was unfair to you because of your race. Because had you said that, we would have addressed that issue too. I have never had anybody come in here and say this officer has done anything because of your race. I respect the fact that you say the system is broken, and I understand that the system is an imperfect system. And we're probably will always be an imperfect system, but with people and advocates like you can be properly, you can help to balance the system out. That's what I try to do on a daily basis as well, because I'm not going to allow somebody to any of these officers in any way to run over your rights because of the color of your skin. But you do need to operate in the system. If you don't like it, part of it is going to the legislature, and part of it is exercising your right to vote. Part of you may want to consider being some sort of getting involved in politics to help write that system. We do need better people. We need better lawyers. But the way you go about doing things is not recognized in the court of law. All right. So I hope that you take this. This is the second time we've been down these roads. I was very pleased and happy that you got, first of all, and first and foremost, your housing. That was the most important thing that I can see. Second of all, you did get a valid driver's license, and it blew me away. I was surprised. Now, I would like you to, hey, we'll give you a copy of the court rules. As a matter of fact, here, give her that. All right. That's a 2005 copy. I'm sure that not much has changed in that. 2025, yeah. Take that. You can start with that. My brother told me before I became a lawyer, I need to read every page of that. And I did. Did I remember every page? Probably not. But I do know how to find out where to go to get the information. All right.
Judge, this is very expensive.
Your Honor, on behalf of the people, I thank you for doing this, for Ms. Graves here. I was just telling her mom, my daughter has a similar name as her middle name, and they always call her Mom. I'm like, yeah, she's fine. But I'm really proud of you. That's a good book, because I think that in government, we get those free every year. That's a good book that it's only a year old. Nothing's changed. And I do feel for you. I didn't want to go to trial on no expired plates. But you gotta get your plates. That's
call
it.
the jury and
I
tell
gotta
them.
pay for insurance, my plates, and
email.
I
Thank you.
can't afford insurance, so I know your position, but I have to pay it, so squeeze it out somewhere. About $15 to pay it. So I understand.
Can I just say something? I have not experienced.
Step up, step up.
I did not experience any like racism or anything with the office at all.
Huh? I know you're just talking generally about the system. I get it. I get it. I just want to make sure that we're all clear and all on the same page. And I just wanted to make that clear. But, and lastly, this, you know, I really like the way you present yourself. I do like the way that I want to see more out of both sides of the attorneys. My job is I want to see good lawyering. I want to hear good arguments. I want you to put me in the position that I have to make the decision, because I hate ruling against any side too much. I wish everything could work itself out, you know, but I know that they can't, and I do have to make a decision. So you take knowledge of those things. Well, first of all, and then let me talk about the insurance. I say it, and I'll say it on the record. I'll say it so everybody here. I do believe that the system is against Black people. I believe that the rates of the insurance are too high in the city of Detroit, one of the highest in the country, because we are taken advantage of because we are an all-Black city.
Yes.
I do believe that.
Facts.
I do believe the power of the insurance company now, while I do understand that insurance is important, because if you hit someone, this other person is injured, somebody's got to be taken care of. But the power that they can compel everybody to have insurance, that's a very powerful power. And the only ticket, well, I won't say the only one, but a no insurance civil infraction, that $45 reinstatement is probably one of the only reinstatement fees at this time that will suspend your driver's license. Maybe on a reckless driving, $45. I got it. Maybe on something like that, but that's a powerful lobbying system that is able to make sure that our legislator in 2021 says we're not going to recognize any $45 reinstatement fees, although you have to pay them. You're not going to recognize that as a tool to suspend your license, except for no insurance. That's powerful.
It is powerful. I've had cases where people have fled the police because they didn't have their license because it was suspended because of no insurance. And they ended up going to prison for multiple years. So the consequences are.
The judge knows as a prosecutor, I avoid that charge.
I do. I will say, Ms. Horn does take into consideration, we look at document tickets. These are document tickets. Nobody said that Ms. Graves went over the speed limit. Nobody said anything like that. Now, you could have gone over the speed limit. That may be why you got stuff. I don't know. But nobody wrote you a ticket for these. Are just document tickets. And they're saying that you don't have your proper documents. So, Ms. Graves, there is a lot that the system needs, but the system needs good advocates. And in order to be a good advocate, you have to play by the rules. And I know the rules can sometimes be stacked against you. Trust me, I understand that. But at the end of the day, you got to fight. And your mom told us, you all got some fight in y'all. You and your sisters, right, Mom?
Yes.
All right, so put it the right way. All right, you're gonna pay this $145. I'll give you opportunity to get on a payment plan, or you can do community service. What do you want to do? Well, see, so you want to pay. She got money. I'm gonna give you until August the 13th, 2026 to pay it. Pay it at any DivDat kiosk in the city of Detroit. I'm told you can upload the DivDat app to your phone. I thank you, Attorney Jenkins, and I appreciate Attorney Jenkins advocating for you not to pay the fine. That's what she's supposed to do. But in this case, she didn't win this one. All right.
Thank you.
Best of luck to you, Ms. Graves. Thank you so much for sitting in with us. I hope you enjoyed your day. And have a great Officer Del, we'll see you soon. I always see him out there. All right.